All right, we're seeing Rahul Gandhi in a new avatar in Parliament, and he showed it in also how he dressed as he switched over from the T-shirts that he usually chooses to don in Parliament to a white kurta this time. He's taken over as the leader of opposition now in Parliament. And in the House today, he started off with a speech welcoming Speaker Om Birla, but also sending a message or two across about giving the opposition a chance to speak. Let's take you through what Rahul's day one as leader of opposition looked like and what the BJP has had to say about him being named as the LOP.
The opposition represents significantly more voice of the Indian people than it did last year. It is very important that the voice of the opposition is allowed to be represented in this House.
He's traded in his trademark white T-shirt for a crisp kurta. As he rebrands himself as the leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi's debut as leader of opposition was promising. In his first constitutional role, he sent a sharp message to the newly elected Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla.
It is very important that the voice of the opposition is allowed to be represented in this House. I am confident that you will allow us to represent our voice, allow us to speak. This election has shown that the people of India expect the opposition to defend the Constitution, the Samvidhan of this country.
As leader of opposition, Rahul Gandhi is now equivalent to a cabinet minister in rank. So when the speaker was elected, he was called in by Prime Minister Modi to congratulate Om Birla. Rahul and Prime Minister Modi then shook hands themselves and escorted Om Birla to the speaker chair. While the India bloc hailed Rahul Gandhi on assuming the new role,
राहुल गांधी उनको बधाई देता हूं एलओपी बनने के लिए और हम सब विपक्ष के लोग मिलकर के काम करेंगे, सत्ता पक्ष से जवाब मांगेंगे।
राहुल गांधी जी ने एज एन एलओपी कहा है, वो हम सबकी मन की बात है कि अब जो होगा जन की बात होगी, जनाधार पे होगी और जनाधार के हिसाब से विपक्ष को भी इतनी बड़ी जिम्मेदारी दी है जितनी सत्ता पक्ष ने।
The BJP is pointing to Rahul's parliament record and has branded him a third-time failure.
तीसरा लोकसभा है जब मैं देख रहा हूं उनको। पहले 14 में उन्होंने रफेल चिल्लाया, फिर माफी मांगा कोर्ट में, फिर अदानी अंबानी चिल्लाया, अब संविधान जो कांग्रेस पार्टी इमरजेंसी में संविधान को तोड़ मरोड़ दिया।
Rahul is the third member of the Gandhi family to become the leader of the opposition in Lok Sabha. Now all eyes are on the Gandhi scion. With Maushami Singh and Piyush Mishra in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
And let me bring in on this broadcast Maushami Singh, who tracks the Congress for us very, very closely. Maushami, good evening. Trial by fire, essentially, for Rahul Gandhi today in Parliament as leader of opposition. Announcement made last night, and today he hit the ground running by making that speech in Parliament. What essentially is going to be, how Rahul Gandhi's outlook into this new role, Maushami? We've been seeing him, of course, a lot more aggressive in the last few weeks and how he addresses issues, how he's been interacting with the media too. Is that something that will also transcend into Parliament?
That's right, Akshita. Rahul Gandhi, in fact, came into Parliament in a different attire this time round. What we've seen in the past few years, ever since he started the Bharat Jodo Yatra, he wasn't donning those 6 pockets or the white T-shirt, but wearing the kurta, trademark kurta pajama of a politician right there. I've seen him wear those kurta pajamas earlier, but ever since Bharat Jodo Yatra, Rahul Gandhi had changed his style, coming across as a hands-on 24/7 politician, and here you are, he's broken one more barrier by taking up that constitutional post, because he was often accused of being a reluctant politician by the BJP, and this time round he's taken the bull by its horns. You can say many in the Congress Working Committee, the parliamentary party, the Congress president wanted him to take on this baton, and Rahul Gandhi, started with his maiden speech as the leader of the opposition right there, and the template is going to be very, very challenging for him because it's a bag of great expectations, not only as far as the Congress is concerned, but also from the opposition. India bloc members who will be looking up to him to put their point forward very vociferously.
Especially because they've got the numbers this time to ensure their voice is heard in Parliament, and a lot of it will be reliant on how Rahul Gandhi chooses to pick up issues and address them in Parliament. Thanks very much, Moushami, for joining us. I'd also like to bring in on this broadcast our consulting editor, Rajdeep Sardesai. Rajdeep, there's a whole lot of talk about how Rahul Gandhi has changed his attire, kind of changed his look to a more serious politician with the LOP role coming to him. But keeping that aside for a moment, what did you think of his speech today, Rajdeep?
Look, I think, Akshita, the fact is that Rahul Gandhi, ever since he's been now taken up the responsibility of leader of the opposition, will have to spend more time, perhaps, on some of the attributes required to be an LOP, one of which is speech making. His speech was more impromptu, and there will be those who will argue that in the future, Rahul Gandhi will have to come with a more well-rehearsed speech. I know that aides of Rahul Gandhi say that he's most comfortable doing spontaneous speeches. However, I think when you're LOP, you will have to come well-rehearsed, prepared to, in a way, set your agenda, your narrative to the other side. Today, of course, was only a very small occasion in terms of the fact that it wasn't a lengthy speech. But if he has to tomorrow respond, let's say, to the president's address or any of the or a major issue, he will have to come prepared with a proper speech, perhaps, because this is an opportunity for Rahul Gandhi once again to prove some of his critics wrong. Some of whom who have said in the past that is not willing to take responsibility in Parliament. This is an opportunity, and the next 5 years are an opportunity for him to prove them wrong. Today was first day, first show. It's only a start. We'll have to see, therefore, whether Rahul Gandhi is able to sustain it, Akshita, over the next few years, really. Because being LOP is an enormous responsibility, but also a chance, really, for him to prove that he can actually be a potential leader of the future for the entire opposition, not just for the Congress party.
2 points that you made there, Rajdeep. One about lengthy speeches. The counter that will essentially come is, look, Rahul Gandhi has done that before. He's spoken and given long speeches in Parliament before. And as far as impromptu goes, what really made you feel, Rajdeep, that this speech was impromptu? Because there was a lot of talk about how, Rahul has raised all the right points, made all the right mentions with regards to the Constitution, told the Speaker, I hope you'll give the opposition a chance to speak. I hope you'll give us a fair chance to ensure our voice is heard. He referred to the election results and how there's a greater number of opposition members of Parliament this time in the House. So what made you or gave you that sense that this was an impromptu speech?
Look, he made all the right points. But remember, this was a speech which did not require the kind of data and the other aspects that are required sometimes when you make a Parliament speech. So in that sense, Rahul Gandhi said all the right things. It was impromptu. He said all the right things. However, as I believe, as you go along as a leader of the opposition, and you have to constantly, in a way, respond to what the government is doing, you will have to come prepared almost if not daily, on a regular basis, certainly, to be ready to set the narrative as you see it fit, to respond to something that the government has said. I think that will be the challenge. The debating skills of Rahul Gandhi will be tested, I believe, in the years ahead. I'm not going to use this speech to judge Rahul Gandhi. That would be very unfair. It's only his first day. It was a speech that made all the right noises. However, I think you will have to, at some stage when you enter Parliament and you're preparing, as I said, for a response to the President's address or a confidence vote, that's when your speech-making skills come to light, or indeed when the government perhaps you want to interject. You have to come with hard data. I think that's where Rahul Gandhi will be tested in the next few years.
There's a lot of talk, Rajdeep, of late that Rahul Gandhi has become a lot more aggressive in his political style, in the manner that he speaks in. We've seen a few examples of that and how he's interacted with the media also in the last few weeks. Do you see that also translating to how he will be in Parliament, that you'll see a more aggressive Rahul Gandhi in Parliament?
Look, I think aggression is good, but over-aggression can be counterproductive. As we've seen Rahul Gandhi at times lose his cool, for example, with journalists, sometimes asking perfectly acceptable questions and then questioning their political leanings. I think that's where the aggression goes out of control. So I think being aggressive is nothing wrong in it. You're an opposition leader, and it is your duty to hold the government accountable and question the government. But you've got to choose and pick your moments. That, I think, for Rahul Gandhi will be the challenge. In the past, at times you felt that he's been tilting at windmills, and other times, to his great credit, he's raised issues that others have been uncomfortable with raised inconvenient questions in the past that no one else has been willing to raise. So I think aggression is good, but up to a point. He's clearly shown that he's fearless at times in questioning the government, but he's also got to recognize that you don't have to be a perennial angry young man or a perennial middle-aged young man. You've got to choose your moments when you're going to be aggressive and when you're going to be constructive.
My final question to you, Rajdeep, is that Rahul's parents have also served as LOP previously. Who do you think Rahul will be more like, or at least look to emulate, Rajiv or Sonia?
Well, I hope he's his own person. I would not want to emulate either. You know, Rajiv Gandhi was his own person. Rajiv Gandhi was LOP for a very brief period. It wasn't a very lengthy period. Sonia Gandhi was LOP, but she was never really, she was for most of the time chairperson of the parliamentary party, and she didn't really come to parliament as a debater, nor was that a role she was comfortable in. In fact, one of her strengths, I would say, Akshita, was that she knew her limitations. Rahul Gandhi, on the other hand, is clearly a distinct personality from his mother and father, and he should remain that way. We should now see who the real Rahul is. This is an opportunity for him to showcase who the real Rahul is, raise some of the issues that he's done outside Parliament, inside Parliament this time. I recall in the 16th Lok Sabha in particular, which was from 2014 to 19, he'd hardly spoken in Parliament. And I thought that was a big weakness of Rahul Gandhi. Now he's got the opportunity to speak regularly, and he should use every such opportunity to show us whether he has it in him to be a leader who the country will trust and whom they are willing to give a chance to in the future.
Okay, so an opportunity for Rahul Gandhi, equally a challenge as well. And we'll, of course, be tracking what's happening very closely in Parliament. Thank you very much, Rajdeep, for taking the time out and joining us here on 6 p.m. Prime.